Recently, I've been trying to get in better shape by hitting the gym and making better food decisions and all those things that make a person generally healthier, but the most important thing is staying hydrated. Hydration is one of, if not the most important things to living a healthier and better life, and Liquid IV is your best ticket to achieving that goal. Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks, which is pretty significant. I really enjoy Liquid IV because it's easy to take. It's easy to take with you, which makes it super convenient, whether it's after the gym or if I need to pick me up in the morning after a night out or just a boost of hydration while I'm at work. Staying hydrated is so much easier for me because of Liquid IV, and I think it can do the exact same thing for you. Also, if you're worried about the flavors, don't be. They've got strawberry lemonade and lemon lime, which are some of my favorites, and they are very good, but they got plenty of other flavors, so you'll find something you like for sure. So if you want to start getting and staying more hydrated, you should try some Liquid IV. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code BADMOVIE at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code BADMOVIE at liquidiv.com.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you some breaking news. There's been reports all over the area of something crazy going on, something big. People's homes, their minds even, are being taken over by something called, what is it they're calling it? They're calling it Bad Movie Debate.
What up, nerds? Welcome back to Bad Movie Debate. This is Jacob Babb, here to do another fun, traditional debate episode. Before we get into that, I know I've been a little MIA on episodes and on social media. Just been super busy. Had a lot going on with weddings and bachelor parties, and then I had a little bit of a medical thing that kept me out of commission for about a week, but we're back in the saddle again, as they say.
But not on TikTok.
But not on TikTok. Yeah, I tried to make TikTok, and apparently you can get banned from a platform before you even post anything, and they won't tell you why. So hopefully TikTok gets banned countrywide and I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, go ahead, just follow on Instagram. It's the only thing I'm gonna use. So that's fun. Was also kind of trying to figure that out too instead of focusing on getting content out, but fuck it, we're here to do some content. Like I said, I'm Jacob Babb, y'all know, and with me today I have
Nick Offenbach.
Yeah,
hello.
Y'all know Nick. He's been around.
Everyone listens to this show knows me.
Yes, every single person that listens to the show, everybody that's been on the show knows you. Actually, no, I think every single person that's been on the show knows you. Hey, yeah. Cheers to that. I'll drink to that.
I'm writing down my dragon movies.
Yes, Nick is very hastily writing down his last few dragon movies. We're doing a dragon-based movie, and Michael LePage and I did a fantasy movie. So, you got to do your top 5. Everybody's got to show what they know about the genre or like type of movie. And I was like, Nick, we're doing a dragon movie. What's your top 5 dragon movies? And he was like, I will let you know once I have them.
Don't know.
Right before. And I was like, all right, bet. And here we are.
I wish that movie Aragon was as good as the books.
I saw that one on a lot of lists and I was like, there's just no way.
No, I refuse to see it. I remember reading the books when I was like 4, and the movie came out. I was really excited, and it was going to be like PG. And I was like, they're not going to do it the way it's supposed to be done if it's PG.
No, it needs to be at least PG-13.
At least. Okay, I think How about you share some of your...
You want me to go first?
No, I want to figure it out. I'm sorry I'm letting you down right now. I just
Okay,
when I Googled dragon movies...
That's exactly what I did.
I wasn't
remember. I had some come straight to mind.
So many dragon movies that I've never heard of.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in the dragon movie world, apparently.
And I don't think any of them are good.
No, none of them are good, but one of the ones that I'm saying is arguably not good.
Yeah, but that's not a movie, though.
No. One of them I'm saying is arguably not good, but I love it because it's super fun and entertaining.
I'm curious.
Well, we'll get to it. You just need to fucking find your
How many do I
shit.
have? I've got 4.
You got 4, and I did say I'll give you a pass because one of the one dragon is in 2 movies, so
I hate one of mine. so
You
much.
hate it?
No, you're gonna hate it.
Oh, I'm
Because it's
gonna
kind of
hate
a
it?
cop out. All right, so
I'll take it. All
favorite
right.
dragon movies.
All right, Nick's top 5 dragon movies. Hit me with 4 question mark.
4. So one of the first one, and this is in no particular order. Actually, this isn't in order. The bottom of the list. Rain of Fire. Because it's one of the only dragon movies I've seen.
Oh my god! You read more about dragons and fantasy than you watch, so
Then I
give
would
you
go
that.
both the Game of Thrones. That's my 2.
That's your combo.
My 2 for like House of Dragon, and then like
And
actual Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's my combo 1.
well, those are different dragons.
No, they're dragon movies.
Yeah, no,
Shows.
but they're different dragons. They're not the same dragon.
Yeah, it's the same world though,
It's the same world.
so I don't really count it. But
I mean, it's fine.
I would say it would be my least favorite is what we're going to talk about, and then The Hobbit. Although The Hobbit's pretty bad too.
Hobbit's pretty shit. You, me, and Luke walked out that one when we first went to
Yeah,
go see
because
it
it
in theaters.
looked. I don't know what they did with it, but it looked
It's
like
because it was all green screen.
Yeah,
was
it
all
didn't
green
look
screen. It wasn't.
and it wasn't good.
Yeah. Jackson was like, remember how everybody loves like Lord of the Rings because it's all practical effects and minimal CGI? Let's just do the exact opposite
see
of
what
that
we can do.
and make one short book into 3 movies for money.
Right?
Like, and you get people.
I don't blame him. But yeah, it is annoying that you could have done so much
I'm just
better.
mad that he still got our money because we left and then we went to go watch. We walked into the like 10 minutes into like the Jack Reacher fucking.
I thought it was reverse,
No, we walked into Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher movie.
and then we left to go see The Hobbit.
No,
and
we
then
went, no. We went to go see The Hobbit, and we were all hype. You, me, and Luke. We were like hype as fuck about it. And then like we got in, and we were like 20 minutes in, and we were like, "This is fucking terrible. I don't want to watch this." And then the next closest theater was that Tom Cruise Jack Reacher movie. And we were like, "Fuck it,
Let's
it's
go
Tom
watch Jack
Cruise. It'll
Reacher."
be exciting and entertaining." And we got like missed like the first 10 minutes, and we were all like, "Oh, this is pretty good. This isn't that bad." And then the third act started, and we were like, "And." Now
That's
it's
bad.
just a Tom Cruise bad movie, as always.
give me your 2 real quick, so we don't just rattle them all off.
Are you still thinking?
No, I got my other 2. Well,
Hit
I
me
got
with
my
them.
final one.
Nah, hit me with your final one.
My final one,
Yeah.
Shrek.
Almost put Shrek on mine.
Dude,
too.
Shrek is so good. The
Dude, Shrek
dragon
is
is so
amazing.
fierce,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the dragon saves the day. Those are my top 5 dragon
Oh,
movies.
yeah. She's a baddie, too, dude. Like, no doubt.
Those are also like everything's showing this damsel with the Stranger Things girl on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, that's like really new. That's like
it
just
looks
came
horrible.
out. It looks terrible,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Oh no, I opened the trailer. Run. All right, yours.
All right, so no particular order. Dragonheart from the 90s, like 96, with Dennis Quaid and Sean Connery voicing Draco the Dragon. And it's like this really weird, like kind of like Jim Henson puppet-esque kind of a dragon thing, but also not at the same time. It's a phenomenal movie, but it's not necessarily what someone would say
What
is
was it
good.
called?
It's called Dragonheart. It's awesome.
I'm surprised it's not on here.
It's on a few of the lists. It's like at the bottom.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Dragonheart.
Yeah. It's an awesome movie. It's a lot of fun, but it's like not what one would consider quality, you know.
All right.
But I like it. It's a cult classic. And then I got How to Train Your Dragon.
See, I want to see that. I've
It's-
never seen it. I've heard
Dude,
it's good.
All of them are really good, but you can live with just seeing the first one and being like, I love everything about this story. This is one of the best DreamWorks movie, like another DreamWorks, like Shrek. Like they made Shrek too, so you know, it's really good. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's got 8.1 on IMDb.
Yeah, it's a solid fucking movie. And then we got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. There's
It's got dragons in it.
very minimal dragons in terms of the whole overarching story, but that 20 to 30 minutes is pretty fucking sick with the dragons, so nothing wrong with that. And then I got Quest for Camelot. Did you ever watch that growing up?
Mm-mm.
It's got dragons in it. It's a animated like King Arthur kind of a movie, like Arthur and Camelot, like all that and stuff. It's a lot of fun. And I just love that movie. Very, very nostalgia pick right there. And then my final one is House of the Dragon, the TV show. Austin and I just finished it last week, and I was like, this is some of the best dragon content I've ever seen. It's so fucking good, dude. I cannot wait for the next season of that. It is... There was some really fucked up shit. Like, there was some shit where Austin and I were like, straight up, the episode ended, and we looked over at each other, and we were like, you want to talk about some fucking tea, dude? Like, it's like, it's just like, oh, it's so spicy. So good. I'm
seeing here that there are a ton of Dragonheart. There's like a new series.
Yeah, there's like Dragonheart 1 through 3, I think.
Like Battle for Hearthstone.
Yeah, which is also the name of that. Oh, okay. Hearthstone's the name of that card game that Kyle plays.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
yeah.
Which is hilarious. I was like, wait, is that what they got?
Dragonheart just 3?
Yeah, exactly. Dragonheart 3. Yeah, only the first one.
Dragonheart Vengeance?
No, just Dragonheart with Dennis Quaid and Sean Connery.
A long time till they picked it back up. 96, and the next one was 2017.
Yeah, they were trying to get that nostalgia money for sure. I refused. It was a bait and switch. I'm guessing. So as Nick already not even alluded to, just straight up said, we're talking about Rain of Fire today.
It's one of the only other like
you're like I got them all. Don't worry. You're like I got my. We're talking about Rain of Fire. Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale.
Sounds good, right?
Yeah. Any just out the gate thoughts before we get to the scores and all that good stuff?
I wanted it to be good so bad.
I wanted it to be so much better.
I was really rooting for it. Like I knew it wasn't going to be good. But the 6.3 on IMDb, I was like, I've seen some bangers rated at 6.3.
Yeah, some straight up like 8 out of 10 for me personally.
Yeah,
with a 6.2.
But it was a 6.2.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's worth watching.
No, yeah, like kind of.
On like a rainy, dreary day, and you just want some action.
Yeah, and you're sick.
Yeah, you gotta be sick. A
really,
fever will help.
The thing is that like I wouldn't, if we weren't doing this right after watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have paid attention in that movie. Like it lost me.
No, because you like to do these where we watch them together and then immediately start talking about them, which is a fun way to do it for sure. If we had like we're gonna talk about this, like watch it on our own and talk about it. And
even
stuff,
just like 3 hours later, gone.
Yeah, it would have all been out of my brain. So this is good that we're doing it, and we'll get into it more deeply here in a second. So as always, scores real quick. Rotten Tomatoes, critic score 42%. Pretty fair.
What'd they say about it?
We'll get to it. We got 49% audience score, which is that's a rarity where they're like in agreement like that it's like mid as fuck. Like that's pretty rare. IMDb 6.2, and then Metacritic, their critic score 39%. So same ballpark, same, just 3 away. And then their user score 6.2. So everybody is very mid on this movie. They're not wrong.
Yeah, like it's not horrible.
It's not horrible. There are definitely some key moments and like key like bits. And like it's Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale. Like who does not like them? You know? Like they're good. They have good scenes. Some of their lines are terrible, but they do a good job with them. You know,
McConaughey is so stupid.
Matthew McConaughey in this movie is fucking terribly stupid, but like I liked him. You know, like I was rooting for him. USA, baby. All right, so let's do some quotes real quick. Got the good quote here. Tom Kyog, that I don't know. Whatever. For Seattle Times, he said, "quote." As the rich drama plays out, Reign of Fire proves to be a thoroughly taut, well-considered fable, end quote. This guy loved it. He thought it was taut. So it was tight script, tight, good, all that good shit. Drama. And as it plays out, and it's a well-considered fable. Do you think he was talking about specifically the Star Wars reenactment only? Because that was up there for me. That was pretty dope.
That was a fun section.
It was a fun little moment for sure. I don't like that he used the word fable. To be honest, I feel like that's a little high class.
Nothing got built up enough to like make you care about anything.
Yeah, but it's thoroughly taut.
It does move quick.
Exactly. It's a tight, fast-paced script. which I have problems with. And then we got the bad quote. I love these really short ones. Matt Wolf for the Associated Press, he said, quote, "Stupid futuristic nonsense," end quote. I love when they're only like 2 to 5 sentences or words long, and they're just like, "Fuck this movie."
Yeah,
hate it. It is definitely futuristic nonsense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it is stupid, but it's kind of fun.
But to the credit of this movie,
yes,
is the CGI for 2002 was
honestly
A+.
the best thing. The best thing about this movie was how
they weren't that far off.
The CGI was from 2002.
Well, yeah, the dragons weren't really that far off from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean they're more detailed now, because they can take the time to like do close-ups of them and stuff. But even when they did do close-ups in this one, like it was good.
But the flyby and the fire was solid.
Yeah, like that was good. And then they did a really good job with like the practical effects of like the dead one that they come up and on and stuff. Like that looked good. Like it all looked good. It had a decent. I think it had like a relatively small budget for, so millions of dollars.
Let's find out.
Can you check that for me, Jamie? Real quick, thanks. But like it all looked good. I was very pleasantly surprised with the CGI because some of the bad reviews were talking shit about the CGI, and I was like, this is a lot better than I thought.
There's a lot of things you can talk shit about.
Yeah, exactly.
In this movie.
That's why I didn't use any of those because I was like, that's a cheap shot. You just didn't pay attention or didn't like it. I paid attention and I kind of liked it.
All right, it had a
You got it?
$60 million budget.
Okay.
It grossed to $82 million.
Okay, so it made profit.
Yeah.
Made profit. $60 million is relatively cheap for a big budget movie with, 2002, Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale, they're both pretty popular at that point. Christian Bale's, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years away from becoming Batman. Matthew McConaughey's been doing his thing since Dazed and Confused.
Upon release, it received generally mixed reviews from critics and audiences and was a box office disappointment, grossing far less than expected.
Yes,
only
I can see
$82 million.
No, yeah, see, but they put $60 million in, so they only got 22 out of it. They thought they were going to get at least
only $82
honey.
million on a $60 million budget.
Yeah, so they were thinking they were getting a cool honey mill out of this, no doubt, profit.
I still feel like making $22 million is pretty good.
Not in Hollywood, baby. That's show business, baby. So we already gave him some credit. So usually, we have a pretty hard, you're saying it's good, I'm saying it's bad. We just watched it again. If we didn't talk about it immediately, it would be gone from both of our brains immediately because we'd be like, I think I just want to rewatch House of the Dragon instead. So
it wasn't bad enough to...
I don't have a firm stance.
To viscerally hate it.
Exactly.
And it'd be so bad that someone thought it was actually great.
Exactly. So we're just kind of talking through some points. So we had a good point.
Which is honestly, I think, kind of the worst kind of movie.
Exactly. And
it's just...
it's like I'm neutral about that. That's not ideal in any way. But so we said a good point. CGI was really good. What's a hard negative point for you?
Oh, anytime they open their mouths.
Yeah.
Any dialogue was awful.
Absolutely fucking
And what's
atrocious.
the quote you have from the...
Oh my god, the magic hour thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my biggest thing. So Matthew McConaughey goes on a whole fucking rant about how he definitely killed a dragon. And he's like, yeah, this is how we did it. I'm from Kentucky. Of course, fucking Matthew McConaughey, so of course he is.
Their vision's excellent during the day.
Yeah.
But at night, their vision's even better.
Yeah, so what do? Apparently, at sunset, which in film, magic hour is the best time to shoot because everything's nice and pretty and golden and stuff for 2 hours and stuff. Apparently, that also coincidentally is the best time to kill dragons in this movie because they get confused as the sun is setting.
Yeah, so this is 17 minutes into the movie?
Yeah, I saw 20...
They're setting the tone of when the battles are going to happen.
It's one of the first thing Matthew McConaughey says.
Yeah.
It's his opening scene.
And they didn't fight once.
They didn't have a single fucking magic hour thing.
Nothing.
I had written down...
Not even when they killed the one at the end.
You think the bull, the guy, the male one, that's when it would have been. And that's what I wrote down. I was like, wow, they are slapping us in the face being like, you're too stupid to realize this about magic hour and filmmaking. You're just gonna be like, wow, what a beautiful scene. And we're even gonna say the word magic hour. And you're gonna be like, wow, what a great scene. And I'm like, I already preemptively wrote down cool shots for that scene.
Right, and then they do the final battle at like 10 a.m. on Sunday.
And it's fucking London, like old foggy London, like, and it's just fucking dreary. There's no sun in the entire fucking movie.
It just looks like London.
It just looks like London, but you know, it's been destroyed by fire. Like, and it's just like, it was just fucking so disappointing. That's the thing I'm the most mad about. I'll take the dialogue over that. Like,
yeah,
it's
fucking
fucking,
like, I was
ready.
For it.
I was ready for
the
entire fucking
end.
time.
I was like, okay, at sunset they're gonna come out during the day.
Yeah.
And I thought the whole like, the first time that was really stupid. He's like, we're going to London. It was like the big thing. They like break up the camp and everything.
Yeah.
And they go like 3 miles down the road.
Yeah, apparently
and
London
then,
is very close.
Yeah, and then the dragon
less
comes
than a day's drive
and just kills everyone except for Matthew McConaughey and some girl in a helicopter.
Yeah, but she was in the helicopter, so I'll give him that. But everyone but Matthew McConaughey, because he hid under the tank.
But it still showed the shots of fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Going
it showed the
underneath the
fire
tank.
going underneath the tank, and he's just like, "Wow, man, this is fucking crazy out here." Like, and it's just like, "All right, thank you,
back
Matthew."
in Austin.
Yeah, back in Austin, Texas. You know, God bless
and
him.
then the other issue I have with it, and I just have this issue with pretty much any apocalyptic movie where they have the like macho bald dude who comes in and he's like, "I'm mean and tough. I'm bald." That somehow is like smooth shaved bald the entire time.
No hair
makes
growth.
me so mad.
He takes time out of his day to shave his head every fucking morning
in the apocalypse.
During the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's just like, come on.
I already have long hair. I would not give a single until it became an actual problem. I would not be worrying about my hair or my facial hair or anything like that.
No, they all look too clean.
They all look
every single.
I mean, like Christian Bale looked a little raggedy. Gerard Butler looked like
pretty,
straight out of like rom-com Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Like,
when he got killed was great.
His death scene. Nick, will you please describe his death scene and the disappointment of it?
It's just in a hallway.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like you all. Like, there's like we've got Christian Bale, the leader of this like tribe, and then Matthew McConaughey, the American that shows up, is like, I can kill a dragon. And then there's like the other like star power, Gerard Butler, and it's like, he's dying.
Yeah, he's for sure.
Like,
he's Christian Bale's second in command of this little castle that they've taken over. Yeah,
for sure he's done. And it was so boring. He's like ran into a hallway and the dragon's coming, and it's just like, oh, there's fire coming down the hallway.
Yeah, all the kids are in the shelter. Christian Bale's like, I'm gonna go put out the fires of the castle, and Gerard Butler's like, no, I'll do it. You need to stay here. You're the leader. And he's like, okay, do it and do it well or whatever bullshit. And then like,
that's probably the dialogue, honestly.
Yeah, literally off the dome, like that could have been just like that. And runs down the hallway, fire starts coming, he turns around, goes, oh, and then fucking door slams as he bursts into flame, and Christian Bale has a panic attack in front of all of these kids. I thought it was going to be more ceremonious, and it was going to be like he's like,
he saves his life kind of thing.
Well, like maybe not even that he saves his life, but like it'd be like, I was expecting or like hoping for, again, star power here. Christian Bale was on the come up here. He hadn't been Batman yet, but Gerard Butler had been around. He'd been in a bunch of stuff. Christian Bale had done his chops and stuff. And I thought it was going to be like Gerard Butler like sacrifices himself, and as he lays like charring and stuff, they have a little like
you did well,
little like little intense handshake thing, and like Christian Bale's just weeping. Gerard Butler like something like that, like an intimate moment thing. Nope, he just gets fucking roasted in front of the entire community.
It's like, all right, we gotta wrap this
Bale's
up.
like, fuck, like this sucks.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and then immediately, they go out. Everyone dies except for Matthew McConaughey. Then they come back. We kill the other guy immediately, and then after that, it's just, we're going to London.
Yeah, after Christian Bale was like, you're not taking any of my men to London, and he's like, okay, fine, I won't. And then he comes back and is like, can we please take some of your men to London because the bull is here now? Well, like the bull. So like the whole theory is like,
they're like fish.
So first of all, it's like there's
millions
of dragons. There's millions of dragons. At the very beginning, it's like there's millions of dragons released, and we were all like,
And they all came out of this tunnel underground in London while they're digging like a subway.
Yeah, some shit like that. But like millions of them apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently they were all female except for one, and they work like fish, where like the women drop their eggs, and then homeboy comes and he just does his business and then fertilizes them, and that's why it's like when you take down one, like 10 more show up, because like he's like.
And this is also like explained in 15 seconds at a random part,
give or take, and then barely mentioned again, except for the fact they're just like, okay, so we just got to take out the one dragon. So that's how they get out of like there's millions of dragons released, is be like, we only have to take out the one and the rest will just die off because they won't be able to reproduce. And the women, the like female ones, are like much smaller and easier to take down than this one giant crazy bull like male one that's just like jerking off on all these eggs and stuff all over the world apparently. But of course he's in London where it all started, down the road from Christian Bale's castle.
It felt like they were halfway through writing this and they were like, we gotta figure out how they're gonna kill all these dragons.
Like, oh wait, you're taking 45 minutes off of the runtime. Fuck, we gotta cut a lot of deeper explanation and stuff. People know about fish.
Yeah,
and that's
like
how,
fish.
That's how,
like fish. They lay the eggs.
You know that's how fish reproduce. Everybody knows that. It's common knowledge.
That's easy. Perfect.
Yeah, they teach it in second, third grade, something like that. It's fine. It's fine. It's PG-13. Second graders can't even go. Everybody over the age of 13 knows how fish fuck. Like, okay, like I'd like a little more. Like it's still
so dumb.
Because what was Antine saying? She was kind of frustrated about because it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic. Was she mad that there was too much technology or not enough, in her opinion, for 18 years? Oh, also this takes place in 2020.
Yeah.
Which there was a mild apocalyptic thing that was less exciting, but also just as bad.
Dragons would have been cool. Yeah. I don't know if it was just as bad as the dragons. Like, there was no one left in the world.
Yeah, true.
And they had used nuclear weapons on the dragons.
Emotionally, it was pretty rough for everybody, I think, from top to bottom. But so that's just kind of funny, that coincidence. But yeah, so was she mad that there was not enough or too little? I can't remember what she'd said.
She felt like it was too fast for them to go back to like being nuns.
Yeah,
and like monks. I don't think it's too fast though.
I mean, I think it makes, again, millions of dragons. All things like in 5 years, there's millions of them again.
Yeah, the whole like world ending was like a 30-second like intro screen. Yeah, and there also wasn't like
a montage of newspapers.
A single nod to 9/11.
Yeah,
like this all happens in 2002.
Yeah, and there's no like. Well, I mean, it's technically it takes place in England, so who cares?
Well, like, oh, come on, everyone cared.
I mean, yeah, but you know.
Americans came and bailed them out in this movie again. Like,
true.
Come on,
it's true.
Who figured out what the dragons?
USA. Everything Matthew McConaughey does just makes you want to chant USA. To be completely honest,
it is so bad,
and he's really good at playing that kind of character. But I don't want him to play that kind of character because he's a better actor than that, you know. But it was very entertaining at the same time. But during the montage of like what happened and stuff, and like firefighters like putting out fires and stuff, I swear to God, some of that footage that they make like 50% opaque and like just like kind of quickly like pan.
They definitely had that
out.
Like classic shot on like the cover of like with the half the building.
Oh yeah,
there.
I'm like,
and there was like just dragons.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I'm like, there's
9/11.
definitely some 9/11 like recovery like footage going on in the background of this, and they're just gonna gloss over it so fast. So that was kind of weird, but also
so bad.
But like, yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
But it was like, it kept you in it.
It did keep you in it, and here's part of why I think that was because like the movie came up and it was like a film by Bauman, Rob Bauman, I think it was. Yeah,
or is it Bowman?
I'm gonna say Rob Bauman. Anyway, Nick was like, do we recognize that name? Like, who's this guy? And I was like, I think I actually do recognize that name. And I looked it up, and he was a producer on the X-Files back in the day and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've definitely seen his name in like the opening credits.
Not his finest work.
Of the X-Files. Watch X-Files instead, baby.
Yeah.
all day. Anything over or nothing over X-Files, honestly. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the fucking so I recognized his name and I was like, oh, okay, so he worked on the X-Files. Maybe there is some potential here. And then as I was watching it, I was like, I am seeing X-Files type storytelling and X-Files type like shooting and like just like shot like cinematography and like editing and stuff like that. And for me, it was kind of a false flag because I was like, it's gonna get better, because this is kind of how some of the bad episodes of the X-Files go, but by the end you're like, man, that was great. Fucking X-Files, what a fun Monster of the Week episode. Like, it's not good, but like it's still fun. This one was a little just more disappointing throughout.
I had hopes it was bad, and it was bad, and it kept being bad.
Yeah.
And I had hopes that like the end, I was like, all right,
would be
like we're going to
it.
London now.
Yeah.
This is going to get interesting.
Better.
And then they get off the plane, or not the plane, the helicopter, and Matthew McConaughey has like a 13th century battle axe.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh.
And crossbows, baby.
It's like, come on. Yeah, but they had the crossbows with like the C4 explosives on the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that was cool. We should have been using those way often.
Exactly.
And then the beginning scene where the dragon comes over and he's shooting a shotgun at it. Like
that, yeah, when the bull first shows up when they're on the way to London the first time. Yeah, and he's just like, pow,
yeah, with like
pow.
a sawed-off trench shotgun shooting at the sky.
It's
just
literally like, are you trying to get it to come to the entire convoy that you're standing in front of? Like, what are you
I
doing?
feel like the weaponry choices just looked cool while walking and wasn't practical at all.
Yeah, it
for
was.
what
It was
he had.
Yeah, it was impractical of like what they were doing. Literally the fucking crossbows with the fucking C4 on the end of it made so much more sense. Like, and was like, honestly kind of fucking rad.
It's kind of
like,
cool.
you know, because like I did appreciate that. I thought they did. I know Antine had her qualms with it, but I thought they did a decent job of like blending like a traditional like I could see the vision of like a King Arthur British dragon fantasy type story with like a more modern kind of a thing, you know, and like using the modern type of technology with like some old school, because like at the end, like Christian Bale, they obviously win, like and everything. Christian Bale, he uses a bow and arrow.
No, it was a crossbow.
It was a crossbow?
Yeah.
Well, still, I mean, that's still medieval.
Yeah, he had the crossbow with the C4 on it.
Yeah, and he fucking shoots it down the fucking dragon, throw it one shot, easy as fuck, which also is a whole other thing.
But also the one that Matthew McConaughey got off on the tower before he basically just like Sakasui'd himself.
He literally...
Is that how you say it? Sakasui?
Sakasui?
You stab yourself in the stomach.
Oh, Seppuku. Seppuku is when you like honor kill
Where did
yourself.
I get Sakasui from?
I don't know. Sakasui sounds like a
sushi restaurant.
like a
almost.
sushi, like a sushi restaurant. Probably got a good, probably got a halfway decent California roll. Like it's Sakasui. I don't know.
Let's write that down.
Write that down.
But
look that up.
yeah, he like his C4 thing did serious damage on it, and he was like, the only way you can hurt it is if you hit it in the chest.
Yeah,
you did not do that.
It did not do a goddamn.
No one hit it in the chest, actually.
No one.
I guess if you like shoot it down the mouth,
Christian Bale hit it in the inside of the chest.
well, that'll work.
So I mean, technically, so that's even better. But so at one moment, so with Matthew McConaughey yeeting himself off to try to like kill this thing off the tower.
Yeah, he also just suddenly was shirtless.
I literally got up to like move something off the table. Took like 10 seconds. I turned around and he was shirtless. And like after I was like, what happened? And they were like, one scene he had a shirt on. They cut to Christian Bale. They cut back to him. It was off. Like that's all that happened. And I was like, I thought they'd at least try to have an explanation. Like maybe he got like, it was on fire and he had to rip it off. And they're like, nope. They're like, nope. Apparently they're leaving that up to us to figure out how it
He just was like, I'm taking off my shirt and I'm jumping into this guy's mouth.
I'm super fucking cut. He is very cut in this movie, and he's got like all these crazy fucking like tattoos and stuff. Ooh-rah. Yeah, very much very ooh-rah tattoos, which you know is a whole other thing. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the entire thing moved too fast, and also just like I feel like the entire thing moved too fast. From
like I was saying, nothing like. First of all, the whole them going down and stealing food, and then the dragon was coming.
To leave.
Yeah. Also, just like didn't really make a lot of sense.
No. I mean, just there was very little that made a lot of sense.
It's just like, oh, they're stealing food. Oh,
also,
why is there suddenly a dragon here?
Okay, if we're gonna start with, if we're gonna talk about things that don't make sense in this movie, let's go back to the very beginning of the movie when a young Quinn is at the construction site of his mom, who's an engineer, where they find the dragons in the first place, right? They're all wearing hard hats. All the adults are. He talks to his mom, who's the head engineer, and has a hard hat on. Doesn't make him put a hard hat on as he's underground in this dangerous construction site. That's number one. Number two, some random guy who's apparently like a piece of shit working on it. He's like a grunt. He's like, yeah, kid, you go into that weird hole. I don't want to go in there. Don't take a hard hat. Anyway, that's where the dragons are when they first come out. And then the dragon
spit in the eye.
It spits in his face.
I was expecting like he was going to have like some like connection with the dragons.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of thought that. Like that would honestly be more entertaining than what actually happened. But then also, like, wouldn't the dragon just fucking eat him or kill him? It's been starving for
Or maybe it just like
years.
didn't know how to use its fire yet. Because it's been asleep forever.
Then why wouldn't it eat him? If it's been laying there and sleep starving.
It was just confused maybe.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Although it had no issue getting out.
I'm very confused when I first wake up, but I know I'm fucking hungry. Like when I wake up, you know what I mean? Like
just nothing went well. I was hoping that we were going to see the mother's skeleton
in the thing at the end. So to get back into London, they have to crawl through the tunnels that she was working on. He's like, I know some tunnels, like. Because that's where my mom
know the
died.
underground, and I know the skies.
And they have to go right where her cage is, and it's like
it's just this 8-year-old's memory.
He has a tiny little like panic of like this is where my mom died in this cage and stuff. And I was like, damn, are they about to show this skeleton? No, of course not. And
it's a bummer.
Fucking
it was probably burned.
Probably, but like it's still skeleton, you know. Yeah. But no, she didn't get burnt. I mean, maybe at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying at this point.
Fair enough. Yeah, because they just kind of like shook the cage up and it.
18 years later, man.
His mom had a hard hat on and it shook the fucking thing and it killed her, but it didn't kill him.
And he didn't have a hard hat on.
And he didn't have a fucking hard hat on.
The government's just trying to hurt you, man.
Fucking absurd. Yeah, OSHA's bullshit. Do whatever you want on your job site. But then what's his face? I don't even.
You seen those like? Sorry.
Well, I was just saying I don't even remember fucking Matthew McConaughey's name in the movie. Like Van Flan.
Oh, like Derek Van something.
Yeah, like
Derek Van Winkle. I don't know. Like,
sure.
It was Van Zandt.
Van Zandt.
That's what
it was.
Zandt.
It was Van Zandt. But like, yeah, Christian Bale has like a little moment of being like, "This is where my mom died," and he's like, "Hey, get over it."
Like dragons coming.
Yeah, but what, no, he says like no, he's like use your pain. Like he says something like that, and he's like Christian Bale's like
you lead, I follow.
Yeah, but then what great dialogue that was, man.
The only character development in the entire movie.
Yeah, and then but they got it through very quick action scenes and no actual talking and hanging out. Last time they saw each other, they were in a fight where Van Zandt was definitely going to kill Christian Bale. Matthew McConaughey was going to kill Christian Bale. And then they leave, they get fucked, they come back, the bull's there, and then they're best buds out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's homies.
Yeah, and it's not like...
Put aside their differences to save the world.
Exactly, but it's like... It's not even that. They're like cool. Like, they're like...
Yeah, they're bros then.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like they go from being like, we're working together to like, we're buds surviving together.
It's like I just lost my best friend. You want to be a new friend?
Yeah, like, hey man, all my 200 military friends are all dead. And Gerard Butler
in 10
seconds. In 10 fucking seconds. But you know, you, me, and this hot girl are definitely gonna go save the world together, just the three of us.
And my girlfriend, not girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, they obviously get together. Like as soon as she showed up when we were watching it, I was about to be like, "There she is, there she is."
Yeah, there's
the one
he
ends up with at the end of the movie.
And
like,
sure, you know.
And of course, she's an archangel. She's an archangel. That's what her designation is on the.
Which is supposed to be like these badass dragon slayers.
Dude, and they get fucking
but then
murked.
The moment she actually has to do anything. She was like freaking out.
Yeah, she gets out of the helicopter, is on the ground, and she goes full on like
damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress.
Help.
Yeah, like I'm so scared.
Oh, strong man.
Oh no, help me, Christian Bale.
I'm not supposed to be here.
I shouldn't be here. I thought I was gonna be in a helicopter. You know, like a safe.
Which the helicopters would be way more dangerous with dragons. I would think.
I mean, she was flying the hell out of that thing. You know, she's good at flying it, but like dragons, you know, can fly better than a fucking helicopter.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, like I would assume.
And yeah, how they got over to the United States was misleading.
Or how they got from the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like because I thought he said we came over on a 2-engine plane, but we had like 10 tanks.
4 tanks, a helicopter.
You were like, no, he said that came over on a plane that only had 2 engines, and I was like,
or that 2 engines were out.
2 engines were out, so it's like, okay, so that means, so I'm assuming it was one of those big honky motherfuckers.
But also, fuel was never an issue.
It was an issue when Matthew McConaughey first showed up. He's like, "We're here at your castle to get fuel," and they're like, literally play acting scenes from Star Wars and using candles as light and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, we got tons of gas.
Yeah, like no, yeah, we got
have it and then get out of here." And so
fill
I was
up
like,
your 5 tanks on a helicopter.
So you're not using generators to have actual lights? Like you have
candles,
a couple,
man.
You have a couple of lights that you actually use, and that's it.
It's all for the sprinklers.
Also, okay, actually, you know what? That actually does make sense that it might be for their sprinklers and stuff. Point the movie. All right. Maybe we're swinging. Maybe the pendulum is swinging back. And going right back to the bad side. Nick, as you pointed out, Christian Bale's got a horse. He's got one horse.
Oh yeah,
the fucking horse.
The random one horse after all the cars got blown up.
And it's just like,
oh, don't worry, come here, Bullseye.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hi ho silver away, and it's like cool, but like, aren't we like desperately short on food?
Yeah, it's like the whole thing. How you got like a horse?
You have a horse. Horses eat like a significant. They weigh a lot.
There's grass, and they were just like living in a dirt field.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't understand where the horse was being kept.
Ash field.
Ash.
Because it's all ash. They thrive off of the ash.
That's what they eat.
That's what they eat.
He doesn't care about us.
But they also eat us, and stuff. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
It didn't make any sense.
I don't know. We don't need to get too deep into like the wrongedness of like the dragon lore stuff, because that's a long conversation.
But we did watch it.
They did do dragon lore bad,
and there was like, I guess the first like 30 minutes of the movie, I was like, please.
There's good potential.
I'm trying to watch this.
Yeah,
there's hope here.
Yeah.
And then it was like an hour in. I was like, this ain't it.
We're done here. Yeah,
this ain't it.
We might as well be done here. Like if you and me were just watching this for shits and gigs, we would have definitely turned it off.
No, we would have finished it.
But then we would have watched something good after.
Like, what's the name of that movie? It's not Geostorm.
Geostorm. That's a great movie.
Geostorm is good. Jared Butler.
Yeah, exactly, man. He never misses.
What's the one we did last time?
Fucking the core.
The core. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to watch it again, I did get it in 4K.
See, it's a good movie, dude.
I didn't even think they would take the time to put that movie on 4K, and it came in at work.
An excellent film.
Came in at work with like this, like some guy like hundreds of 4K movies all at once. I guess like maybe somebody died and they brought them all in and stuff, but like. I got a bunch out of there, and I was like, I can't believe they even made this in 4K. I'm definitely buying it. So if you ever want to rewatch it, I got you, bud. Because I had to get it, of course. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like... What are we at? We're at 41 minutes.
Yeah, like I wanted to have.
I know.
There's just not a lot.
I know.
In this movie,
like I feel like I want to. Like it's like okay, I've been taking a break. Like let's have a good like hour 15-minute long episode at least. And I'm like, I don't know how we can do it. I really want to. I feel like there's other stuff I wanted to say, but like
we can give you like a rundown of how this movie goes, so you don't have to watch it.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to kind of just like do a fun little quick like?
Well, we've got
how they wrote the movie where they're like, yeah, and then the kid goes and he doesn't have a hard hat and then he goes in the thing.
I don't think the hard hat was like...
It was an oversight.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was an intentional miss.
All right.
Yeah, everything that I thought was going to be intentional never happened.
Yes. And then everything that, all the mistakes they made is like what continuity, like... expert.
Like again, why are we bringing the battle axe?
Why are you bringing a battle axe? You literally just gave him C4 bolts for his fucking crossbow.
The shotgun sawed off didn't work.
Do you think you're gonna get that close? Like, that's gonna be the blowing strike. This isn't fucking Dungeons and Dragons. It's not gonna work. And even in Dungeons and Dragons, people have fucking arrows and magic where they can blast. They can go lightning bolt from like 60 feet away.
Magic's in your heart.
Nope. You know where it is? At Sunset, baby.
At Sunset, baby. But we're not going to do anything in Sunset for the rest of this movie.
We'll never see it. All right. So yeah, let's just do a quick we could probably do this movie in 10 minutes play by play. So do you want to take the first moment, the inciting incident?
We have a kid who's got papers that he's afraid to show his mom.
Yes.
He goes down into this mine through like all these people.
Yes.
The first thing she asked this 8-year-old kid
of London.
Yeah, and the first thing she asked this like 9-year-old, right? Would you say he's like 9?
Yeah, give or take.
Is have you been smoking?
Yeah, because some guys made a quip about giving him cigarettes earlier on the way down.
He did say he was trying to quit.
Yeah, which is a good comeback. That's straight up British humor. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and then she's like, we're going to lose $2,000 in scholarship money. And it's like, here's this hole in the wall. Crawl in there. Yeah. So he goes in there.
And I know what you're thinking. What about this scholarship money? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
They literally talk about it for 30 seconds.
And it didn't seem like the $3,000 was going to hurt her that bad.
Yeah, she seemed fine with it.
Or she was trying to get rid of him. Like, yeah, send him down that hole. Like, we can't afford this.
Yeah, fucking.
Anyways,
fucking kid.
He's like, oh, these look like scales. This is cool. And then a dragon wakes up and like spits in his face. Yeah. And then he gets out, runs to mom. Mm-hmm. They're all like, we gotta leave. They get on the elevator to leave. The dragon climbs up it. Somehow the mom is dead. The kid is fine. Uh-huh. And then we're in a castle.
And then we cut to a quick little montage of like Christian Bale narrating
1 million dragons.
about how 1 million dragons have taken over planet Earth, and we're in a post-apocalyptic setting now, and that's what we're doing. Yada yada yada. And now it's 2020, baby, and Christian Bale is the leader of a I don't know. There's probably maybe 60 people, 60 to 80
and immediately someone's like, we've had it, we're leaving.
Yeah,
there's food out there.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, well, fuck you, I'm not letting you go, I'm gonna take the keys. And then he takes the keys, and then of course cut to a dragon starts to come, and this random woman comes up and is like, Quinn, and he looks the field, and he looks up at her, and he just immediately knows this family went out into the goddamn field to steal the fucking food before they left, and they stole the truck too. And
so the dragons come, kill them,
fuck them up.
But they save some of them. They get back inside.
Yep.
They have a little bitch fit. Mm-hmm. And then Matthew McConaughey and a bunch of tanks show up.
Yeah, USA.
And then he lets them in, and they're all like, yeah.
Yeah, we just want your shit, and then we're going to leave.
And then a dragon comes, and they're all like, the Americans are like, we got this shit.
Yeah, easy.
And they go out, and they do take care of business.
Yes. Christian Bale comes in as a substitute because one guy dies.
Yeah. And
then Matthew McConaughey
with his horse.
And then Matthew McConaughey, yeah, that's where the horse came in.
Yeah.
Then Matthew McConaughey, you have to imagine that, because they don't tell us this, that he's like, you know what, maybe this Quinn guy ain't that bad.
Yeah, there we are.
You have to just assume that.
But then they kill the dragon, and then even though there are people going out into the cornfield earlier and during the day alerts the dragons.
Yep.
There's a million of them.
Yep.
They have fucking searchlights going off around the building. They're blasting music, big fire, having a party.
Literally past playing Jimi fucking Hendrix, sick fucking song, they're fucking shred, but it's loud as fuck. Fucking yeah. Searchlights.
The searchlights going
tons of fire,
and the dragons see better at night, right?
Yeah, and they see better at night,
and they're drawn towards ash,
lighting up their whole fucking thing. Yeah, billowing smoke in the air, and they're just like, "Woo, we did it! We killed one dragon!"
And then Matthew McConaughey comes in and is like, "Y'all disgust me."
Yeah, y'all are disgusting.
We got one dragon.
I got three men dead for one dragon. Yeah,
but y'all go on and celebrate.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then Christian Bale's like, "Damn,
he's right.
He's right."
And then, you know what? Maybe that Van Zandt guy ain't that bad.
Yeah, he's got what's going on. And then, what happened after that?
Then it's, I feel like then it's hard.
Oh, yeah, then it's like, we're going to London.
Yeah, hard cut to, we're going to London. And then the fish thing.
Then they're talking about the fish thing.
And he's like, I need men. And Christian Bale's like, fuck you.
You're going to bring
hot.
It back.
Yeah, fuck you. You're hot. Y'all got to go. I don't want to go to London. You can't take any of my people. You're going to bring it back here. Y'all can suck it.
There's that weird thing about the kid who's like, I'm going.
Well, and before that, though, it's Matthew McConaughey is outside, trying to, get people. Oh, wait, no, you're right. He's like, I'm going. And he's like, no, you're not. And then Gerard Butler's like, we got to go outside because he's trying to recruit people.
Yeah.
And then they're recruiting people. And nobody signed. Christian Bale doesn't let anybody go because after they get into a fist fight. And then the convoy rolls out. No British people, just the Americans that showed up.
All of them die except for Matthew McConaughey and the blonde girl.
Absolutely absurd way.
Yeah, everyone died except for the highest paid actors.
Yes.
And then they come back and like, you were right.
You were right. No. The bull gets there first.
Yeah. He comes in and kills.
Getting attacked, and then they
lose Gerard Butler.
Yeah, and then Hot Girl and
oh yeah, they're trapped in the room, and then
and then they bust in.
Yeah, and they're immediately like, brother, where
they're
have
like,
you been?
they do the what is
Arnold
it? The
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the Predator.
fucking handshake in their minds. And they're all good, and then
we're going to London.
We're going to London, and just the three of them.
Yeah, just
our brother's dead, and apparently there's no. And then
there's only children left.
Only children, and Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale and this woman.
Yeah, so then they get in their helicopter, and they go to just fly to London. Then no problems at all with the millions of dragons.
Fucking problems. And they get to London, they're staking it out from across the River Thames
for a second.
And then there's literally, like, like in the opening of the old OG Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? When they go up on, like, the opening, like the Scooby-Doo, Where Are You kind of thing. And, like, the bats come out of the house and stuff. Like, there's, like, hundreds of bats that come, and then the song starts.
Yeah.
That happens, but with dragons just flying out towards them and stuff. But then they see that the bull, the male, eats one of the female ones, and they're like, they must be desperate. They're eating their own.
They're hungry. They're starving.
They're eating their own.
Oh yeah, and I guess from this whole thing, we forgot to point out that Christian Bale's whole philosophy is we're just going to outlast the dragons.
Yeah. It's not about attacking them. It's defense. Not the best offense is a good defense, kind of a thing. Basketball.
But then he's like, I've had enough defense.
I can't do this.
Yeah, and they go out. Matthew McConaughey ends up shirtless and like jumps off a.
The woman gets scared.
Yeah, she gets scared.
She's out of the helicopter.
She like completely switches character.
He completely switches from like a badass to
suddenly like, I need you.
Yeah, to being like, I can't do this alone. Please save me, strong man. Which is absurd and infuriating in its own right.
But especially with how we got here.
Especially with how we got here.
It was like she was the opposite the entire time.
The entire time she was like,
and then the last 15 minutes
and like stone cold and like, let's go.
She's like, shit, I'm gonna need a husband here.
Yeah, like I can't. It looks like things are turning up. Whatever
pretty bad.
Her name is. Like she's like everything's gonna be just fine. I can see. And Christian Bale is hot, so I gotta be all desperate and weak because like.
And then McConaughey jumps off a building with an axe trying to kill the dragon.
After he unsuccessfully killed it by shooting it directly in the chest like he told them to do.
But it didn't work.
Yeah, and then Christian Bale is like, I'm gonna shoot it too, and then he's like, oh fuck, I forgot my arrows. He loses his arrows somehow.
So an extra. Minute.
That adds an extra couple minutes, yeah.
He gets the arrow.
Yeah.
And then he shoots the dragon down the throat, and then it's a happy ending. We haven't seen him in 3 months. The French are on the
3
radio.
months later, they're making a signal, and then the kid
Eddie, takes over. Yeah,
comes up and is like, we got a signal. He's like, okay, what's the problem? Christian Bale's like, what's the problem? And he's like, well, they're speaking French. And he's like, well, I don't speak fucking French, so whatever. And he's like, well, they want to talk to the leader. And he's like, well, that's you, kid. Fucking keep him on the line, and like maybe we'll get some good wine out of it. We haven't seen dragons in 3 months. I'm getting laid. I don't give a fuck about anything anymore.
End movie.
Very slow fade to black.
And that's it.
And then some like intense like kind of like, what is it, like Finger 11 type song.
Yeah, and I know that you,
as the credits roll.
If you're listening to this, you're like, okay, that was probably a horrible description of the movie. And I'm going to tell you that description is just as good as the movie
There was the only thing that we did different than the 3 writers that made this screenplay, that wrote the screenplay, is they had a third person there to shout out a couple ideas and things that we might have missed just now.
That's was the movie.
How bad the movie is that we just.
I wanted it to be good.
That got us 10 more minutes.
I really wanted it to be good.
I really did too, man. Like you said it, and I was like, getting the quotes and stuff this morning, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, seems like it'll be fun. Like, it seems like it's like worth a watch. It
was the worst kind of movie because like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't bad enough to like laugh at it being bad.
Geostorm is better than this movie.
Geostorm's a good movie.
Geostorm is a better watch than this.
Geostorm's awesome. You're talking about Geostorm or the Core?
I'm talking about Geostorm.
I think Geostorm's great.
Okay, the Core
is better. And then you have
like
the politician at the end that was also like,
better than Geostorm.
We can take out our enemies any way you want. There's like some thought into the plot.
I mean, yeah, but okay, but like, so there's a difference between good thought and bad thought and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Stay tuned sometime in the near future, maybe. Nick and I are going to do fucking Geostorm because I have some strong opinions about why Geostorm is not good. But it is more fun than this movie.
Skynet.
And we went.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to go over the entire movie in 10 minutes. It's more complex. There's a lot more moving pieces. But I just don't think two brothers should have that kind of a relationship outside of certain websites.
Wait, what? Two brothers?
Yeah, Geostorm, Gerard Butler, and his younger brother, they have a very intense emotional relationship. There's one moment in the movie when you and I were watching it, and we were like, they're about to fucking kiss. They're about to fucking kiss, and they're straight up brothers. And I was like, okay,
just step brothers, dude.
Like, did one of them get stuck in a dryer? Like, is that what's happening? Like, we'll talk about that one another time.
Anyways,
but yeah, anyway, Reign of Fire sucks. I think that was pretty apparent from even before we started watching it. Yeah, like you were like, I got my top 5 dragon movies. Like no particular order. Actually, yes, particular order. This first one I'm gonna say is the worst one, Reign of Fire. Like that. It's phenomenal.
I want to watch more dragon movies.
I want to watch more dragon movies too, because
the issue though is that this is like a highly rated dragon movie.
I mean, it's on like every like top 10 or top 20 list I saw. It was on there as like, yeah, you got to watch this movie. It's fucking awesome. And I'm like, it's not even good bad. It's not even Geostorm like good bad. Or like bad good. No. Like it's not even that. It's just straight up bad. It has because
there's nothing really fun about it.
It toes the line between being just good enough to be like, it's like if you just did a little bit more work, it could have been like actually
honestly
pretty good.
If you added 20 minutes, you could make it better.
And that's a big thing. And like I've been saying that for a while. Like I mean, I'm saying for a really long time in general, but like also on this show, like people have longer attention spans than Hollywood thinks. Like we'll watch a movie. I would go watch a 4-hour movie in theaters if I could get like a 15-minute intermission to go to the bathroom, get a refill on snacks or like a drink or something. I would totally go to a theater and watch a 4-hour movie, no problem, and have absolutely no issue with it and be like focused the entire time. You don't need to cut explanation and scenes and stuff to like you don't like. I want that. Like, you need to make it make sense. And if you need to
I didn't care about any characters.
Exactly. Like, even if it's as simple as fucking character development, like, I don't care. We literally had, like, it took us, like, a minute to figure out what the fuck Matthew McConaughey's name was, and I'm only, like, 80% sure we're right. And
I don't know the first one, but it was Van Zandt. And was the last name. And
her name? Like, the girl's name?
I don't know.
No, gun to my head. Just.
And then Quinn.
And then Gerard Butler was Creedy.
Yeah,
everybody else did not have names.
Yeah.
Or if they did, they died immediately. So
and there was
Eddie.
Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh yeah, fucking Joffrey shows up for like a cool 5 seconds.
And he's like the size of a beer can.
Yeah, exactly. He's got his big old. What did I say? I was like, I'd recognize that square-headed, blue-eyed motherfucker anywhere. Yeah, like
we're all like, wait a minute.
Yeah, we're like, hold up. Like, love him. He honestly, like, his 20 seconds of screen time
was the most emotion in the entire movie
than a lot of people who died like in this movie. Like, this movie helped get him Game of Thrones. No doubt in my mind, because like he's incredible in his 20-second no dialogue uncredited role in this movie. The only reason he was on IMDb on there is because it's him and what he did after. And they're like, yeah, he's in this movie. Like, that is him. Like, we'll put it on there now.
What was it, like, unknown?
It says uncredited. And his name was Kid.
Yeah, Kid.
It was
uncredited.
Kid, uncredited. And like, so, like, in the credits, he's not there when it first came out. But then this fucking Gleason, I can't remember his first name. And it's just him. Like, fucking lit as hell. Yeah, so this movie fucking blows, man. Like,
don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Literally just, like, listen to this episode. We gave you all the goods and stuff. And, like, honestly, it's kind of even fucking crazy, too. It's like, because, like, oh, yeah, let's force this, like, relationship into it. And they don't even fucking kiss.
No.
They don't even kiss. Like, they don't even kiss at the end. Mm-hmm. They walk away holding hands. And that's the most emotion, like, physical touch. And it's like, it's PG-13, guys. Let's toe the line a little bit. Let them have an intense, like, in London when they're having the battle. And she's like, there's the arrow that you lost, you fucking moron. And he's like, I'm going to go get it. You stay here.
I'll be back.
Give me a little quick and passionate kiss right there.
Yeah, just like, we might die.
I honestly, like, usually hate that kind of a shit. But this movie needed it.
Would have been better.
Like, they wrote the movie to need it and then didn't do it. And again, the magic hour thing. I will never
the magic
forget
hour
this.
really does ruin it.
I literally
to drop that kind of line.
To drop
where they did
that expectation.
Yeah, right in the beginning, like first 20 minutes.
But this is gonna be a beautiful sunset fucking kill of this the only male
it's like
dragon.
Cloudy 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
It's foggy old London town.
Yep.
Looks like shit. Ugh.
That's all I got.
I know. I wish. I don't know. Maybe there's something about like King Arthur in there that they were trying to go for, but then they modernized
too much
it
thought.
in a way and stuff. Because it doesn't deserve that much thought. Because again, I'm thinking about it more than the writers did.
Oh yeah, we've done more than they did in writing this movie outside of the actual typing.
Yeah, we're about just
we did
now
it.
at an hour. So we've probably spent, I'm going to say
30 minutes too much time talking about this.
Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes more than they did. I'm saying 15 to 30 minutes more than they did when they wrote it. And then they just hashed out the details.
They pitched the plot and like, but it's got dragons. And they were like, cool, here's $60 million.
Cool. Yeah, here's $60 million. We expect $100 million back. And they're like, no, how 22?
Here's 22.
How's 22 work for you? Oh, God. Yeah, so this movie sucks. Sorry. Sorry for wasting everybody's time, including my own and Nick's. But this is just one of those ones because Nick texted me out of the blue, was like, hey, we're going to do Rain of Fire next time we do an episode, because I got like 20 minutes in and he's like, and I got busy and had to stop, and he's like, there's potential there. It's pretty shit so far, but like I could see it being all right.
Yeah, like 30 minutes in, you're like, all right, this could get good.
Like, all right, cool. No, it doesn't. 30 minutes in, you're like, all right, bet, I'm here for it. Let's take the ride. 45 minutes in, you're like, I wish I had done something else. I wish I had never signed up. So yeah, just if you're ever like, what's that movie about again? Go to the like 40-minute mark in this episode and just play that, and you'll know everything you need to know about this movie. So congratulations, nobody wins because we both knew it sucked from the beginning. Everybody loses. Everybody lost on this episode.
We'll do Geostorm.
We should do Geostorm.
I'll do Geostorm. I love that movie.
Because like this whole podcast kind of came to me. The first movie I thought about was when we watched Geostorm, and we were like, are these brothers about to fucking kiss right now?
I do remember that part.
This is a lot. Like, this is really intense. They're really close.
Some passion, dude.
And they're like 5 years apart or something. Like, they're not even like a couple years apart, brothers. So like, there's enough distance to where it's like,
why are you that close?
Why are you that close?
Yeah.
Like, like maybe there's a plot point. I don't know. I don't remember. I've only seen it the once. Have you seen that movie since? It's fine.
No.
Neither.
I might have watched it with Antina at some point. Because I was like, yeah, we got to watch this movie.
The fact that you don't remember, it's good for my camp of it's not good, because it's not worth remembering. I remember the Geostorms.
I was begging.
And the brothers almost fucking. More
Another
than the
podcast,
actual
though.
love interest. What?
We got to do this on another one.
Yeah.
We're going to start a whole new one here.
Anyway, all right. So yeah, watch out for that. We'll do that sometime in the near future. That will be a much more entertaining episode.
Let's go put it on now.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah, you know, Instagram, not TikTok, at Bad Movie Debate, all one word, all lowercase. Follow me on there. I'm gonna start posting some more shit. And talking about some stuff. I'm actually gonna go see a movie tomorrow, and depending on how it is, I might do an episode talking about that. I've heard it's pretty good, know very little about it, so we'll see. And it's got a hot ticket actress in it, so we'll see if that's any good. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, that's really all I got to say, y'all. Nick, any charities you want people to donate to or anything like that? Like I don't know. Like anything you want to say to anybody about anything?
My Venmo is Nick dash
Offenbach.
Offenbach.
What is it? The Matthew McConaughey and Nick Offenbach Bald Men Association.
Yeah.
Like donate to
Donate
that.
for my hair plugs.
Yeah, sorry, only $50 minimum on that. So yeah, check that out. That'd be dope. So it's a real problem in this country. We need to address it. So we'll take care of that. All right, yeah, that's see ya.
We'll see you next time.